MatPat's Among Us videos. I'm very excited personally because the game theorists like making theories about games, like game theory, Among Us 300 IQ imposter strategy, or theory, Elite 500 IQ imposter strategy. Like, if it's a strategy, then it's not a theory. See, game theory Among Us lore, that has the potential to be a theory. I also love how he managed to make 3 quote-unquote theories so far on a game with, you know, great gameplay, but not like a lot of lore and shiz. So, I mean, I'm excited to see his theories. I'm sure they will widen my brain and potentially make me smarter in every aspect of life that I traverse in. All right, time for intro skits. Intro skits. Fall Guys, Among Us dude. They look awfully similar. What is the difference? This isn't a meme that's anyone made before. Wait a second. That's okay. MatPat, that is a good meme. I respect. He sees they look similar. The truth about Fall Guys is gonna make the theory how they're the same, but he doesn't make that. Do you know what this is? This is basically, he came up with a great concept for a title thumbnail, and he didn't come up with enough evidence for the video. So instead of just, you know, throwing it in the trash, he's like, well, I can at least prove how good of a guy I am by not making that video. Got him! Yo, epic PR strategy right there. Nice.
Hello, Internet! Welcome to Game!
Yo!
Show that spent years trying to convince you that your favorite video game characters are all evil imposters. And today, I'm taking it to its logical conclusion by convincing you that all your loved ones are also evil imposters.
That's not so much of a theory.
Today we're covering...
That's kind of the gameplay.
Basically, it's like Werewolf or Mafia, except it's 10 times cooler since now you're in space!
Bro!
You alternate between gameplay and meetings, which can be called whenever someone finds a dead body. The meetings are the real heart.
He's teaching us how to play Among Us. All right.
Throw into the lava.
All right, this is his first Among Us video, so I don't blame him for, you know, taking up some watch time to explain the actual game to, like, I mean, there's a lot of normies obviously subscribe to Game Theory, maybe they're not familiar, but so far, so good. Let's see.
Long story short, it's a game all about deception, murder, and twist reveals.
Perfect for politicians! Shout out to AOC for playing Among Us with Twitch streamers. Hell yeah! The politician's wet dream, full of deception, murder, and twist reveals. You love to freaking see it.
Wait! No! No!
Arrivederci, Toast-san.
But today isn't about over-the-top reactions or secret lore or how this game further...
Dude, this man didn't know anything about secret lore at this point, but he was like, dude, if this video does well, I'll make another one about secret lore. Don't you worry, I'll figure something out. I'll squeak out some lore out of these butt cheeks. Never fear.
I mean, you've all just adopted Among Us, but I was born in it, molded by games like it.
He couldn't have even done the Bane voice for that. Bruh, that's so disappointing. Millions of hours of editing go into his videos, and he couldn't even pull off a Bane voice. He could have given us an amazing Bane impression, and instead it became a borderline bad meme.
I was molded making fun of game theory. I was born into the field.
I have a pretty proven winning strategy that I've worked on for years, and one that continues...
Yes, this will fool everyone now that 8.2 million people saw it. Yes, no one can survive this strategy that no one in the entire world would be able to see coming. There's no single individual that would be smart enough to survive this.
We're talking about strats in the 1,000 IQ range.
Meanwhile, he titled the video, The 300 IQ Imposter Strategy. Now, I was fully inclined to believe that he had 300 IQ by the title being that no one ever lies. But now he's saying in the video that it's thousands of IQ. Kind of sus, not gonna lie. His title's immediately proven wrong.
Game Theory. It isn't just the name of a really awesome online show that you should totally be subscribed to. The phrase actually
Shameless
originates...
plug. Once she's done it, I can do it too. Goddamn, subscribe to this. Subscribe to me right now, freaking hell. Subscribe. Nuxanor, you 100 years.
Yeah, I know it sounds harsh, but let's face it, this channel is at its best.
I am kind of blown away that he actually expects us to kill people in Among Us. When I'm imposter in Among Us, I'm supposed to actually, like, kill people? That's amazing. Oh my god. This is why MatPat deserves literally every single one of his subscribers, and more, arguably. Definitely check out MatPat for a subscription to him. I will not be linking it in the description of my video, but nothing against him. I just can't be bothered to actually go look for his channel link and link it there. It's purely due to laziness on my part. Definitely check him out. Hell yeah.
Crew members should be looking for opportunities when they can trade their lives for imposter
Obviously!
lives. And it means that
This is so
imposters should be
obvious,
trying to
though.
one dead body plus one suspicious individual equals a probable imposter. So Alpha calls
Yeah, like this guy's toast is just gonna be standing over a body when someone wanders in. I don't think so. Your example doesn't hold water, Mr. MatPat.
Instead,
Obviously.
he should try to come up with a lie that doesn't cast blame on Alpharad, saying something like, I stumbled onto the dead body and was investigating the crime scene to see if the killer was nearby.
Okay, that never works. Ever. If you see the body, freaking report it immediately. Don't, well, yes, I was in fact looking around to see if maybe the killer was still in the corner. No, MatPat, sir. It's not a good plan. What he should have done is either I stumbled on the body at the same time as you, or, I don't know, I had an alibi the whole time, or whatever. You could give other reasonings, other pieces of logic, but this advice right here, just, it's worth saying a no you, because this is essentially saying, it was me, yes, I saw the body, but I decided not to click it.
If you're an imposter, avoid putting yourself in situations that allow crew members to sacrifice one of their own
No,
in order
duh.
to get rid of you.
It's almost like saying, yes, when you're an imposter, you should try to kill people when there are no witnesses. Now that is a theory. 16,000 IQ theory if I've ever thought so. This is at least a 420,000 IQ theory. Kill people without witnesses that watch you kill people.
On the other side of
Honestly, I like to think it's because of this theory alone that there are so many good Among Us players out there.
your life is meaningless in the game. It's a pretty important clause to have added there. Your life in the game is meaningless.
Oh, dude, thank God he elaborated. I was about to, like, yeet myself off a bridge, but since he added that in the game clause, not gonna lie, feeling a lot better about myself today. Hell yeah, MatPat, thank you. But I also like that his advice for crewmates is, all right, crewmates, your job is to not look suspicious. I don't think I'm ever gonna lose another game of Among Us, not gonna lie. After watching this video, I can safely say I am probably going to be the best Among Us player in the world. Unless I come up against one of these 8,238,005 people that have also seen this video and had their minds blown wide open by the absolute Einstein tier factoids that this man is dropping.
Because if one of you dies, the other will be left alive to give a report on how it happened.
Oh my
Adding
God.
one more wrinkle to this formula, if you're in a game with two imposters,
That's another wrinkle in the formula, but it's not another wrinkle in the brain, right? This is the smoothest brain Among Us for Dummies I've ever seen.
who seems innocent? Determine first.
That's what everyone does, though. Every single meeting, it's like, okay, where was everybody? Oh, I was with those people. I was with those people. Wait a second, so you're saying you were alone the entire time on the left side where the body was? Yes. This is so sad. This is so sad.
Once you have a better idea of which crew members seem the most likely to be innocent, you're in a much better position to root out the real killer. Because at that point, you'll know which accusations are coming from people who are actually credible and which crew members are just trying to spread misinformation. And if you're an imposter, well, you should be trying to do the exact opposite of all of that.
Wait, so you're saying if you're the imposter, you shouldn't try to find the imposter? What? That's crazy, okay? That's insane. Right now he was saying that the crewmate's job is finding the imposter, and the imposter's job is the opposite of that. Audible gasp.
in the ways that you might initially think.
I started watching this video with millions of IQ, and I think I'm down to like in the 10,000s. So this is not doing great for me.
When people think about deception in games like this, they usually think about it in obvious ways. Like,
All right, hold on. When people think about deception, they usually think about obvious ways. So what's my example of a deception? I don't know, let's say there's 3 people in a room, okay? So I turn the lights off, jump in a vent, pop out next to those 3 people, kill one of them, go back in the vent. So that way, one of them is dead, 2 people aren't killers, but they didn't see me in the room at all. So that would be deceptive because they both think it has to be the other one since they were the only ones there. That is deception. Now, he's gonna tell me how I'm wrong.
when you accuse an innocent person of being the killer. But those kind of lies and
Okay, that's not what anyone thought. No one thought that deception was you just start a meeting and just say, yes. It was red! And Red is like, what are you talking about? I saw Red literally. I just saw him murder Yellow. But Yellow's not dead, sir. Ah, dagnabbit. What was he thinking? Game theory. I think that a great theory is just ask the imposter. Imposter, did you do it? And the imposter, with a heavy heart, will probably say, yes, it was me. And that would be it, and you throw them off the ship.
tactic to waste valuable meeting time. Try and find subtle ways to goad the crew members into wasting time. Ask them questions that seem like legitimate questions, but don't actually reveal.
It's pretty hilarious. He's saying that when the imposters are in meetings, they should ask questions to make it seem like they are looking for the imposter as well. No way. No way. That's crazy. I would have never thought of this. Until now, I was thinking, I wonder why those two people aren't asking any questions.
Was everyone confused and just voting more or less randomly? Well, that is usually the ideal outcome for the imposter. But what about all that time spent outside of team meetings? We already talked about how groups of 3 are—
Oh yeah, that's where you kill people. That's where you sabotage and kill people. That's what you do outside of meetings. Watch him prove how I am wrong, and in fact, that is not the imposter's job. The imposter's job is to make unlikely friendships and have anime flashbacks where they gain more power. That's what I'm waiting for.
ideal for the normal crewmates.
If he figures out a way to make imposters go Super Saiyan and be able to kill 3 people at once, honestly, I will be blown away. I will eat my hat and I will freaking leave a like on this video.
But what should you be doing as the imposter? Since, let's face it, it's the best part of the game. Well, first off, try to give yourself an alibi.
No!
One of the easiest ways to accomplish this is by—
I thought that I was supposed to jump in vents in front of people. You're saying that I should actually gain people's trust in Among Us?
Alternatively, if you can't find an isolated individual to kill, instead try to kill in a place that has a lot of people in it. But obviously not close enough to see you do the deed. If there's a bunch of people who could all
Dude, he just said not close enough to see you do the deed, and it was a stat kill. That's pretty great.
plausibly have committed the murder, then most people will be reluctant to vote, since there's a high probability that they'd be voting for someone who's innocent. Lastly, team up with your imposter mates. They are your built-in—
Wait, so are you saying that you should team up with your teammates? What? What? That's crazy. That's crazy. I thought teammates were just for show. I thought it was just a word without a meaning. A meaning. There's a meaning to the word teammate, and there's the fact that you should work as a team. There is no I in team. I remember someone taught me that eons ago.
Go with your imposter mate, and then, on the way, break apart and each do a kill. As long—
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. That was so bad.
Go with your imposter mate.
He just says, team up with your imposter mate, okay? Essentially to do double kills or whatever. It's a great strategy.
Then, on the way, break apart.
This guy is in reactor and this guy is an admin. Opposite ends, essentially, of the map. This isn't teaming up with your imposter mate. This is literally the worst possible strategy. It means that no one saw them in the beginning because they were traveling together in the beginning. So the only alibi is each other. And then they broke up alone so that they're the only ones without alibis at all except for each other. Oh my god, that's so bad. That's such a bad strategy. That's actually, that's negative IQ. Oh my god.
Part and each do a kill. As long as you always show up to the group together, no one—
People don't just go to the cafeteria in groups and it's like, oh yes, you came from the total left side, you came from on the middle completely. They're probably safe because they came from the meeting together. It's not like we're gonna bump into anyone else on the way that'll make it suspicious.
Vouch for each other as long as you're able to.
Vouch for each other. Yeah, it couldn't have been red, it couldn't have been yellow. And then you find one of them and it's like, okay, so you were just vouching for this guy who's clearly the imposter now, so you're gone too.
The sabotage function—
Is he literally just teaching us the rules of the game? Like, is this just game theory Among Us for Dummies? Like, I'm not sure.
It has a cooldown, so there's this real question of what the best way to sabotage the station is. Should you sabotage the life support system?
It's almost like it depends on what your position and playstyle is. Like, if you just kill the body in navigation, it makes sense to push a reactor, so everyone goes to this side of the map. So you're with them together, so that no one finds the body here. And once they do, it'll be old and you'll have alibis. Okay, that's a good time to click reactor. Or what about O2? Well, if you have imposter... It's so situational. It is so freaking situational. Like, if you click electrical, if there's a group of people, you want to just kill one on the way to electrical, and then they see them come back, and it depends. It freaking depends. It's not like, yes, this one has 2,000 attack points, and this one has 3,000 attack points.
Should you sabotage the doors to make it harder for the crew to get around the station and complete their tasks? Should you disable the security system? Now, this is probably going to be the most—
No, don't disable the security system.
But I'm firmly of the belief that the best way to use your limited sabotage opportunities as an imposter is leaving everyone in the dark. Literally. It all comes back—
Bruh, literally. When we turn the lights off, they are literally in the dark. Not his best pun, but not his worst either. I'll give him a clap and a half for that.
The limiting of information. When the lights are off, crew members have a limited vision cone, while the imposter, meanwhile,
why did you just walk into medbay when the lights are off?
Affected. That gives you a huge
No one just wanders around, now that the lights are closed, I will walk around to see if I find people. Or you go turn the lights on.
Makes it all the easier to plan your escape and get away.
Bruh.
With murder. That might seem like it's stating the obvious. Duh.
Yes. Yeah. In fact, Dude, you literally took the words out of my mouth. You pulled a Joseph Joestar right there. Hell yes.
I know that's something that a lot of people just intuitively grasp, but it can be
Yeah. Continue.
easy to fall into the trap of thinking that deception just means you're good at lying.
Yeah. I mean, there's more to it, but yeah, that's definitely part of it. I mean, some people are terrible at lying, so they're not great at being imposter. Yes. I agree with that thing that you said that this isn't. Hell yes.
Thing is, there is way more to deception than just being able to say, I'm not the killer, with a straight face. It's
Bro, did you see how his face was straight like that before he smiled? Oh, God damn. Look at this man.
about
He's like an automaton.
controlling the flow of information, both by spreading misinformation as well as by
He wiggled his fingers. I'm sorry. MatPat, look, I may roast you. I may sometimes meme on your videos occasionally, very not often, almost always. But I do like you and I respect you as a content creator. Mostly because of this finger wiggle right here. Watch this, guys.
controlling the flow of information, both by spreading misinformation
Ah! He just did it. He did the finger wiggle. Back to the video.
as well as by limiting the crew's ability to access the real, truthful information. Hopefully, operating this way will help you if you're an imposter, and it'll help you know what to guard against if you happen to be a crew member. But more importantly than anything in a stupid game, hopefully, these are the sorts of lessons you keep in mind out in the real world.
Yeah, you have to know when to lie and how to deceive people. It's not just about lying with a straight face. No. You have to deceive people and try to get other people thrown under the bus for the terrible things you do. You have to learn how to use that in your everyday life. Thank you, MatPat. Thank you for teaching us and being the moral messiah we always needed.
Because there's always gonna be someone out there trying to sell you on something that they're not. But hey,
Wait a second, he's talking to the crewmates? He's saying you have to learn how to not be sus when you're a crewmate? Nah, fam, that's not what game theory, that's not what Among Us is about. Among Us is how to get away with murder. I mean, they got politicians into this game for a reason.
that's just a theory. A game theory. Thanks for watching.
I'm still a little uncertain as to where the theory was. Where was the theory again? Yeah, it just out of my. I'm sorry if I come off like an asshole. I just have fun. Hell yes. Aha! You thought that through this video I actually dislike MatPat, but I was playing the Among Us imposter game the entire time. In fact, I loved this video. Haha! Got him! You fools. You thought I actually didn't like this video or didn't appreciate it, bro. I just used the tricks that MatPat Senpai taught me in manipulation. Hell yeah. I'm gonna even leave a like on it now to prove that I like this video. Look at that. Yeah, baby. Ho, 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 ho. There's no way I can go back on this now. I got him. Freaking like and subscribe. I'm doing more MatPat videos, goddammit, because this was way too fun. I love doing these. They're so awesome. Have yourself the most wonderful evening, and remember to stay weird, fam.